On everyone, welcome back to another freaking live stream. Just got back from the gym, so sorry if I'm a little bit sweaty. I don't know why, I like to do these live streams like immediately right after I get done with the gym, just because my mind's going. I've got some ideas I want to talk about, and it just makes it, the energy's already there. You know what I mean? So half the time you guys see me doing these live streams, I'm going to be freaking sweaty. So sorry you have to deal with that, but it's what we're doing. That being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about diet soda, right? I'm probably actually going to post, if you guys have been watching my content, post one of my diet soda memes, I guess you could say. It's just stuff it's been doing okay with the content wise, so I've been doing some more and more of those. But obviously, I'm someone who uses, diet soda quite often, right? Like, I use it for a multiple of reasons, but a big reason I use it in specifically when I'm on a diet is because it helps me stay on track significantly better. Now, as far as hydration goes, it's not going to be better than water. That being said, it's not a bad source of hydration either. It can make things, for the same reason it keeps you full on a diet, it can make it harder for you to get your regular water intake in. So that's my main caveat with this is like when we're doing diet sodas, we're doing, 0 calorie sodas, I guess you could say. But the big thing we got to pay attention to is how much actual water we're getting in a day. Like, you got to make sure that's the main source of your hydration, right? That'll play a huge role into your cardiovascular health, how you feel when you're working out, how you feel first thing when you wake up in the morning. Like, there's so many different aspects how hydration plays a huge role. But all of that being said, like, I want to make this clear, guys. Like, diet soda it's proven to help on a fat loss diet, right? It is something that I've seen across the board. I've seen multiple different studies on it, and now we can go into this whole spiel about like what about like aspartame or saccharin or all these 0 calorie sweeteners that we use for a lot of this stuff. The biggest thing that we've found so far that's actually conclusive is that it can give you some stomach stuff going on, and that stomach stuff's very evident and give you the burps, right? And make you a little gassy. And that's about it. Those are the same reasons why diet sodas help keep you on track. They make your stomach full. I'm going to actually show you guys a demonstration today, here and now. But like, understand that like, obviously when we're doing stuff like, diet sodas, one of the big things it's helping with is keeping you from going towards sweet things. Yes, that's part of what's helping. That's part of what's helping. When we're talking about these 0 calorie sweeteners, it does make it easier to say no to like some Little Debbie's or some of your kids' snacks or some cereal that you have laying around in the house. Like, it's so much easier to say no to that when you have some kind of sweet option that's not going to wreck your diet. And let's be real, guys, the number one thing that's killing people in the United States is cardiovascular disease, obesity-related disease. I mean, and all that stems to people are overweight and they're not eating a good diet and they're eating too many calories or potentially eating too much sugar. That's another big thing. That's significantly more damaging than any kind of these artificial sweeteners, guys. I'm going to be straight up with you, right? And some of these aren't even artificial. You got stuff like monk fruit out there. That's not artificial, okay? So like, stuff to kind of keep in mind, guys, just because it's 0 calorie doesn't mean it's just immediately bad, right? I use these all the time. I've had a lot of clients use these all the time, and they do very well with their diet, right? They see amazing results. You guys have seen, if you go to my page, you can see a lot of these client results, including my own, and a lot of these use diet sodas just like the Sprite Zero right here to their benefit, right? And so let me go ahead and show you guys a prime example of this in action. Why this actually helps you guys stay full, right? So I've got 2 plastic bags here. We'll take the first one, right? We're going to fill this one up with water. And I'm going to show you guys this bag is technically here to represent basically your stomach, right? And so let me take some of this water and hopefully not make a mess. I'll probably make a mess because this is a gallon jug and I don't really have the best control of it, but we'll see what we can do. This will create some tension for the video, huh? So, oh my God, don't mess this up. I'm probably going to mess this up. It's going well. It's going okay. I don't know if well's the right adjective. It's going okay. Oh, God. Let me do this. I should have done this beforehand, but it is what it is. It's going to be so much easier to do with the canned soda. There we go. There we go. All right. So we've got this going on. And this will also show you as well, like, why just drinking more water will help you stay on diet too. Imagine this plastic bag like this is your stomach. This is you on an empty stomach, maybe first thing in the morning. You're really craving sweets like crazy, right? This is you after chugging about 16 to 20 ounces of water. All right, not much room in there for, food, right? You're going to be full. You're going to be straight up full. Here's the caveat, right? That's a lot of water that I had to put in there just to make it that full, right? Please do not spill everywhere. I'm going to put this in a trash can just so we don't have any issues. There we go. Okay. So we got that. Now let's take our other bag, right? This is going to represent what happens to your stomach whenever you drink diet soda of some sort, right? So we're going to take this and we're going to fill this up with some Sprite Zero, zero sugar. And this has 0 caffeine, 0 calories. Be careful. I'll also say this. Be careful with the caffeinated stuff. If you drink the caffeinated stuff all night long, you're going to be staying up all night long. Okay? So be aware of that. Caffeine's also a diuretic. Not to say you can't have it, but it is going to affect your caffeine levels. If you're already taking a lot of caffeine, take that into consideration. But we got this, right? Oh my God. See, we made the mess. I knew the mess was going to be made. There we go. So look, watch this. We're going to fill this bad boy up. And then we're going to close it up, right? We're going to trap all that carbonation, all those bubbles, all those suds, right? Now, you may not be able to tell just yet, but watch me shake this up a little bit. You see how that bag's inflating? That's your stomach. And that air has nowhere to go except for maybe some burping going on there, right? That's the difference here, guys, and that's not nearly as much volume compared to the water, right? So, I'll bring up both. This is the difference. You see what I'm saying here? Which one do you think's taking up more volume in your stomach? Okay? This has less water, but it's taking up more volume in your stomach because of the gas. You see what I mean? Little science experiment for you. This is just water. Now, you can obviously just drink more water, but this will be sweet, and it'll curb that sweet tooth. And you don't have to drink as much of it, right? And now you need to be careful about how much you're drinking, right? I don't want you guys just drinking nothing but this. Again, you need mostly water. But that is going to help quite a bit when we're talking about your stomach volume, you being hungry a lot. This is going to curb that appetite. Just straight up, right? And yes, drinking more water is something that I'm going to recommend too. But at the end of the day, those sweet tooths are going to come up. You're going to need something to curb that appetite. You're not going to be perfect every single day. Those demons are going to come out, right? And so you need something to go to rather than having nothing. And then you just saying, fuck it, I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to go get some Little Debbie's. I'm going to go to the gas station and go get some of those roller hot dogs, whatever they're freaking called, right? You see what I'm saying here? This helps a lot. And this is why I use diet sodas all the freaking time, guys. So use them. I'm afraid to open this thing. Let's open it. Let's see what happens. See if we get a pop. This is kind of scary. This soda is going to be so flat. Nothing. But let's say that's you burping, right? Let's say that's you burping. You got rid of that gas. Now it's not nearly as full, right? Let's see if we can get that back. This is you walking around. Not nearly as much. There's still air in there, though. You said it's still more than there was. This is why it helps keep you full. It's a very simple explanation of that. So this is why I recommend using something like a diet soda, guys. I mean, you don't need to just chugging them all day long, but getting 2 or 3 in a day, that's a daily thing for me. I'm not gonna lie. It helps a lot. It helps me stay on track, and it helps me keep me away from the stuff that's sweet, right? And so try that stuff out, guys. Don't be afraid. I know there's a bunch of freaking people saying whatever about diet sodas, saying it's going to give you cancer, saying it's bad for your gut biome, all that stuff. It's not worse for you than cardiovascular disease and being overweight. That's just a fact. We know that based off of death rates. Okay? If this helps you stay on track and shred body fat, make you more cardiovascular, like healthy, makes your heart healthier, makes your body healthier, makes it to where you can stay on track with your diet without completely crashing on it, it's gonna be worth your time. Okay? So take my advice on this. Try it out. Make sure you guys are utilizing this. And above all, make sure you guys are staying hydrated. That hydration plays a huge, huge, huge role. So make sure you're getting that first before you start allowing these diet sodas. Okay? That's all I got for you guys today. I'm probably going to clip this because that was a great demonstration, if I do say so myself. I'm going to try and do some more stuff like that. Have a little, like, I guess you call it a little science experiment with these live streams. It's fun. It's interactive. Definitely helps keep attention and whatnot. And I can clip them for later, you know? So hopefully that gets my point across. Again, guys, we usually have at least one more live stream of the week, one more live stream of the week coming on Saturday, 9 a.m. CST. Around that time, I usually do it between the hours at some point. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.